Alright, so welcome to InfoU's Tips and Tricks for Read Aloud. This is in response to a comment, so we will not be going in depth. However, I will give you some very helpful, actionable tips. So the first tip is read the entire thing out loud before the microphone actually starts, because you will be familiar with the words. The second tip is look out for words with S and ED, as they are pretty tricky to pronounce. And the other tip is look out for words that you may not be able to pronounce. Okay? And the other tip, the last tip, is look out for punctuation. So what I'll do for this question is I'll just read this out loud while following the other tips. So in this course, we'll explore how such things as department stores nationally advertised, brand name goods mass-produced, cars and suburbs transformed the American economy, society, and politics. So organized. So maybe I don't want to pronounce these two words. So I'll just say something thematically and chronologically. Maybe I don't want to pronounce it, as I'm not sure. So I can do that. And also, please do not stop once you begin. Just keep going, okay? In this course, we will explore how such things as department stores, nationally advertised brand name goods, mass-produced cars in suburbs transform the American economy, society, and politics. The course is organized both something and something. Each period deals with a new development in the history of consumer culture, right? So I did not stop, and I said something for the word that I or you might have been confused about, and that's just how you're supposed to answer it. So let's see the score. All right, so we got an 89. All right, so this video is in response to the comment that asked me to do this one. So a quick, real one take. And also there was a tip that I forgot in the previous video, which is for long sentences like this one, you need to divide them into different ideas so that you know where to chunk, where to pause. Okay, so I'll do that for this sentence. So let's go. There were various explanations for volcano behavior before the structure of the Earth mantle as a semi-solid material was developed. For decades, awareness that compression and radioactive materials may be heat sources was discounted, and volcanic action was often attributed to chemical reactions and a thin layer of molten rock near the surface. Okay. And they usually don't even give 19 fluency, usually. So let's see. Yeah, I thought so. So good pronunciation for every word. You can see the pauses. 89 in fluency, but that's fine. Welcome to Infuse video, and in this video we're about to review a read aloud that one of our followers sent us. Until now, March. So first thing, the till in until is not clear. Okay, so until. Has been generally considered a geological. So considered, so it's considered geologically. Dead planet, generally considered a geological dead planet. So geologically, all right. So geologically. So it's not geological. It's geologically dead. Dead. You need to pronounce it very clear. Geologically dead planet. An international team of researchers. International. Led by ETH. Now lead. This is not lead. Lead is spelled Lead. Led is lead. Reports that seismic signal. I need to repeat this. Excuse the noise. It's just Nepal being Nepal. Now reports that seismic signals indicates volcanism of researcher led by ETH. Now reports that. So it's Zurich. Now reports probably. Now let's listen to it. Seismic signals indicates seismic signals, right? So there needs to be a distinction between when one word ends and the other word begins. So every syllable, every word needs to be clear. Okay. Reports that seismic signals by ETH now reports that seismic signals indicates volcanism still plays. So volcanism. The CA goes a bit fast. It's not volcanism, it's volcanism, right? So that you don't stress it that far. Volcanism, okay? With an active role in shaping the Martian surface. Martian. It's not Martian, it's Martian surface. That's fine. So I'll do it for you. Until now, Mars has been generally considered a geologically dead planet. An international team of researchers led by ETH Zurich now reports that seismic signals indicate volcanism still plays an active role in shaping the Martian surface. Oh, too sudden for me, but let's see what I score. It came out of nowhere. Anyways, all right. So there you go. That's how you should have done it, and hope this video helps. Alright, so welcome to Infuse video. This is about tips and tricks for repeat sentence, which is a task type that has been requested a lot. So let's just get to it. The first tip I can give you guys is try and repeat the recording in the same way that the native speaker has done it. So I'm talking about the tone, rising tone, falling tone. Try and mimic the native speaker, and also the emphasis on the words. Okay, so try and repeat, try and mimic the speaker. And the second tip is always have a plan. So if your plan is to go and repeat the entire sentence, it is a very difficult plan. And if you're focusing on the content, you're going to lose score in pronunciation and fluency, which is not recommended. So what I will advise is, unless you're 100% sure that you can repeat the entire thing, try and repeat 50%. Okay, so try and pick some keywords that you can repeat. So if it has, let's say, 10 words, try and repeat at least 5. And when you're repeating it, don't make it seem like you're just listing the things. Okay, so don't make it seem like you're just listing. So how you do that is try and repeat it in one breath, or even if you do pause, do not stop, obviously, but if you do pause, make it seem natural, if that makes sense. So I'll show it to you guys. Let's do this one.
Tomorrow evening, there will be a panel discussion on sustainable development.
Evening panel discussion, sustainable development. Right, so don't worry about grammar, because there's no score for grammar. So just make it seem natural. I picked up, I think 4-5 words. Let's see the score. Evening panel discussion. See, 83. I did not score in content, but I scored in pronunciation and fluency, 90 for both. So that is the best tip that I can give you. Alright, so welcome to Infuse video, and in this video we're doing repeat sentence. So the first tip is, do not mess what you can repeat by going after what you cannot repeat. So try and repeat like 50% of the sentence. That's fine if you want to score a 70. But if you want a 90, then I do not recommend that. You need to repeat the entire thing. The next thing is focus on being clear, speaking clearly, and also fluently. So you can speak slowly. Again, it's really not about speed. You can speak slowly, which also helps your fluency and pronunciation. And the other tip is look for words with S and ED, because that's where many students mess up. Okay, so let's try this.
Animal behavior appears to contain both similar and distinct aspects to that of humans.
Okay, so I hope everyone heard animal behavior, similar, distinct, and humans. Okay, so animal behavior, similar, distinct, humans. Aspects is also there. If you heard that, that's fine. Now, what I want you guys to focus on is behavior. So it's behavior. It's full syllable. Okay, so it's not behavior. It's not behavior. It's behavior. Okay, just because the V in behavior is it goes pretty fast does not mean that it's not present. It's there. Okay, so behavior. Okay, so behavior, and also they talked about similar. So so please make sure that you pronounce the R at the end as well. So it's not similar. It's similar. Similar. There's a little R at the end.
Animal behavior appears to contain both similar and distinct aspects to that of humans.
Animal behavior, similar, distinct aspects, humans. Okay, so there you have it, 83. This is describe image, and we'll be doing this. Yeah, it looks great. So the template we'll be using, the InfiU template, is the one on the right. And I'm still speaking, as you guys can see. The clock is ticking, and I'm just going to use whatever I see. I'm not even going to prepare, because if you have this template and you practice long enough, you can do it easily. Okay. This image is mainly about the solar system. It has a lot of key features, including all the 9 planets. I can see Uranus and also Saturn. I can also see Mars and Earth. I can also see Neptune and Venus. The largest is Jupiter, whereas the smallest is Mercury. Overall, the images of the 9 planets. In conclusion, the graphics is very informative. So let's see how much I score. See, it's very easy. All right, so all you need is a little bit of confidence, and you can do it easily. Follow the template. I'm giving it to you guys for free, obviously, because I'm just trying to help. And well, that's that. All right, so thank you for the video. Thank you for watching. And if you like it, please do follow us, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And we're going to be coming out with a lot of videos. Alright, so 882, this is about silviculture. I need to make sure that I pronounce this right. Silviculture. Silviculture. Okay, so cohort establishment, canopy closure phase. Closure, canopy closure phase. Okay, so 6 steps, circular process. This, the first step and the last step is going to be my ending sentence. This image is mainly about silviculture. It has a lot of key features, including 6 steps. I can see canopy closure phase. I can also see stem exclusion phase. I can also see mature phase and old growth phase. The circular process starts with cohort establishment and ends with gap phase. Overall, the image is of the 6 steps of silviculture. In conclusion, the graphics is very informative. So hopefully, I did it right.
You could put a Trader Joe's or Walmart on every corner, and the food insecure could still not afford to eat or to buy what they should be eating. Why? Because America's food system is designed from the Farm Bill on up to make calories cheap and nutrition expensive. And that's why the face of hunger in America today is an obese person. Food insecure Americans are forced to fill up on food that's loaded with sugar, fat, sodium, little nutrition. Hence, the answer isn't a full stomach. It's a healthy meal. So my next learning was about money. Nonprofits tend to spend 75% of management's time in fundraising. They do great work. It's the air they breathe. But funder fatigue sets in. Funding dries up. So I wondered, instead of seeking donors to continually fund our mission year after year, would it be possible to have a mission that could fund itself? Well, we did something interesting. We actually went into a food insecure neighborhood and asked the people what they wanted. And they said, we don't want handouts. We want to buy tasty, nutritious food we can afford. We're not looking for charity. We're buying food now. We want to keep buying food. Don't make your store needs-based. Everybody should be able to shop there. We don't want to feel stigmatized by shopping in a store that's just for poor people. Another light bulb. It turns out people are even hungrier to keep their dignity than for nutrition, which means we can use the dignity problem to help solve the funding problem.
The lecture was about every store. The speaker mentioned buying food. We heard bill and fat. We also heard funds. The speaker discussed hunger and also money. Overall, the lecture had some great information supported by facts and figures. The lecture was done very well.